Hey, this is Robert Naini, your spray foam advisor. And today, this one is for all of the business owners out there. All of you that own the business, that manage the business, that run the business. I want to talk to you about how favorable our economic environment is to be a business owner and make sure that you're not missing out on anything. And what this comes down to is the favorable tax implications of being a business owner in today's economic environment. You know, our country is founded and built on small business owners, and every large business at some point in time was a small business. And if you take a look at the tax code, it's very interesting. The IRS gets a bad rap in a lot of ways, but they do a lot of things to promote the economy in the form of giving incentives for small businesses and giving incentives for people to create small businesses and start small businesses. There are a lot of tax deductions available to small businesses and small business owners. Now, I want to start this off by saying that I am not a tax professional. So definitely when it comes to anything of this form of nature, anything like this, I definitely recommend seeking professional advice, seeking out the proper help. Make sure to get assistance with your taxes, to ask a tax professional, someone that you're working with, about these concepts. But I want to share with you some of the things that I am able to take advantage of as a small business owner, and some of the things that as a small business owner you should be able to take advantage of as well when it comes to your taxes, to your business taxes, and in some cases it will affect your personal taxes as well. So we'll start with, of course, when you're on a job and you make, say a $20,000 project and you get paid $20,000 for that job. Not all of that money is going to be taxed by the government, right? You have some deductions. You have ways to take costs off of that revenue. You only pay taxes on your profits in the business. And so let's talk about some of the things, some of the impacts that that's going to have. Of course, we know that our materials form a big cost in the spray foam industry, right? So materials is going to be one of those big items, not just the liquid, not just the chemical cost, right? We're talking about all of your auxiliary materials, plastic, staples, safety equipment. All of these are going to be materials that you need to conduct your day-to-day operations and day-to-day business. They are going to be tax deductible. They're going to be an expense, a line item of your business that you're able to deduct from revenue to come up with your taxable income. Also labor, right? As the business owner, you're not doing everything in the business. You are able to deduct labor costs. So anything that you pay your employees, anything that you pay subcontractors, any expenses for labor that goes out, you are able to deduct those expenses from your revenue. Another big one is interest. If you have any financing involved in your business, if you pay interest on the building that you're in, if you have equipment that you bought on financing and pay interest, any interest on business spending is tax deductible. So you can actually incorporate that into your taxes and you're able to deduct that interest cost to the business. Travel, any travel that has to be done for the business. Mileage on your vehicles, of course. That's a big one for a lot of people. Your sales reps are going to have a mileage deduction. If they own the vehicle, they're going to get the mileage deduction. If you own the vehicle, then the deductions and expenses associated with that vehicle go to the business. So you make sure you talk to your accountants and your tax advisors exactly how that's treated, because sometimes it can be a little complex. Depreciation is probably one of the biggest ones that is most overlooked. When you buy equipment for your business, that equipment is given an estimated useful life by the IRS. And that estimated useful life allows you to depreciate the cost of that item over the life of that item. Some of our big expenses are actually going to be fully depreciable in 1 year, the year that you purchased them and put them into use. But others we're going to depreciate over 3 years, 5 years, or 7 years, depending on how they're used and how they're viewed by the IRS. And you're going to have to talk to your tax professionals about how exactly we do that and what items are going to qualify for what rate of depreciation, whether it's 1, 3, 5, or 7 years. So this is a very, very big cost that that your business incurs when we start talking about equipment for the business, and we start talking about generators, compressors, our plural component proportion units, our trailers, our trucks, our vehicles. All of these are going to be depreciable assets. Your computers, some of these, a smaller ticket item, for example, like a computer or an iPhone or an iPad, that's going to be depreciable most likely in year one. You'll be able to take the full cost of it off. And some of the bigger ticket items, unless there's a special rule in place for your situation, it's probably going to be depreciated over a 3, 5, or 7-year lifetime based on the type of asset or type of material that it is. Insurance, this is a big one, of course. Make sure you are insured, right? Insurance is critical in the industry. You want to make sure that you're insuring your people. You want to make sure that you're insuring your assets and your equipment. Make sure you're insuring your building or any storage facilities for potential losses. And then you make sure that you have insurance for jobs that you're working on. So you're protected if something happens on a job caused by you and or your people. That's what insurance is designed to do. It's designed to protect the business from a large loss. Well, all of those insurance premiums are going to be deductible for the business. And then, of course, legal and professional services. Legal and professional services are going to be deductible. So if you're working with lawyers on contracts, guess what? That's why they're there. That's what they're intended for. Make sure that on your contracts you're working with a legal team. They're going to be able to help you with that better than anybody else would. This is their profession. Like you are a spray foam professional, work with a legal professional on legal documentation like contracts. And then, of course, with tax advice, tax accountants, whether you're working with a CPA or a tax advisor, those people are providing a professional service. You're able to deduct that professional service, the cost of that professional service from your revenue. And then, of course, education. When you invest in your company, when you invest in your people, when you invest in your assets around you and make them better, you make your company better, and the tax code actually rewards you for investing in your business by allowing you to take these things as a deduction. So all of this means that you start with that top line revenue. After you take out all of these expenses and all of these deductions, you end up with taxable income. And it's a good thing that you are taxed on the smaller number, which means we pay less tax and we're actually rewarded for investing in our businesses. We're not taxed on those dollars that we put back into the business and invest in hard assets and real improvement in the business. Things like education and books and audio programs, website programs. All of these things are tax deductible to the business as long as they have a direct relationship to the business that you are in. If you obviously are in the spray foam insulation business, but you get an education program on basket weaving, that's not going to be deductible to a business. But once again, make sure you talk to your CPAs and your tax advisors about this information. I just wanted to share with you my experience with my taxes for my business and, of course, my personal life, and make sure that you know about these expenses as well. This has been Robert Naini with Spray Foam Advisor. Thanks for checking us out. Catch us on some more videos. I love questions. Anyone out there, feel free to shoot in a question. I'll give you an email address right here for any questions you have. Send them to questions@sprayfoamadvisor.com. sprayfoamadvisorsingular.com. So questions@sprayfoamadvisor.com. Go ahead and send those questions in. I'll get to as many of them as I can, and I'll try to incorporate a select few into some of my weekly videos. And of course, if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to the blog if you haven't already done that. Find us on YouTube and like us, like and follow us there. And check us out on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Find us on all of your favorite social media sites, and you can keep up with the words of wisdom coming out of Spray Foam Advisor. Thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate it. We'll catch you on some more videos. Take care.